First benefit of owning less is that you have less stress. So fewer things mean less clutter and a more clear mind. When it came to my stress levels back in the day, most of it was due to my living space. A lot of unnecessary things around, things weren't in their place, and when you walk into an environment where it's messy, you start to feel that this is not only a cluttered environment, but a very stressful environment. So this is one of the things that I feel like minimalism has given me, is that when it comes to my stress, it's mainly due to like the things that I'm going through and not necessarily my living space. My living space is very minimal, and what we have in this house are the things that we use and need. So we try our best to do our research before bringing something into the house, just making sure that it's not going to cause unnecessary clutter. When you add things into your house, you have to figure out where you're going to put this, and if you don't have a place for it, will it look like a sore eye just sitting out in the open? And most of the time, with things sitting out in the open and you start to pile things up, with being in the living room or the kitchen or the dining room, it starts to create a very stressful environment because you feel that there's too many things around you. I also want to mention that you don't have to live in a house where it's completely empty. Everyone is different with this lifestyle, but try to take a step back with the things that you own and try to go by, like, take time too. Don't like rush the decluttering process, because that's how you waste money. But try to take time and realize, like, wait, do I really need this? Have I used this? Is this something that I want to keep in my house for long-term use? Or is it something that I could pass down and have more space, or have that space for something else that I use? So over time, you will feel more relaxed with your living space instead of stressed out that the bedroom's filled with things, the bathroom is filled with things, especially when it comes to the bathroom. Most bathrooms are fairly small. I am not a fan of having the bathroom filled with towels everywhere. The sink is filled with things. I like a very, very minimal, more of extreme minimal bathroom, because I found that I was feeling very stressed out with a bathroom that was filled with stuff, especially with them being so small. For me now, what works is to have a system that's like under the cabinet, or go through the things that you own. Try not to constantly buy backups after backups. You can decrease the amount of stuff that you have, and over time it can decrease the amount of stress that your living space is causing you. This one is like a huge plus, and this is something that I'm so grateful when it comes to like learning to live with less, and that is you spend less on unnecessary stuff. The things that you own could be costing you more money, or be costing a giant bill each month without you knowing. I kind of broke down like all the makeup that I used to own and realized, like, wait, the amount of makeup that I'm buying monthly and storing, like I have to buy storage drawers, I'm buying lipstick every month, a mascara. I also had a little bit of a hoarding problem with makeup back in the day. So I was wasting hundreds of dollars each month, more than half of my paycheck each month, on pointless things that I didn't need. So with learning the whole process of owning less and figuring out what you own could potentially become a permanent bill has helped me so much with saving money. These days, well, not these days, these years, I went from being a makeup hoarder to someone that doesn't wear makeup. I haven't worn makeup in 5 years. I have like lip balm that I put on when my lips are dry. That's about it. And this is a personal preference. I know some people are like, nope, not doing that, and that's okay. I'm taking a huge break because this is my like extreme era, because I'm trying to figure things out financially. And I know right now I don't need makeup to make me feel beautiful or make me feel put together. As long as I have like my eyebrows done, that's all I really care about these days. I have pretty bushy eyebrows, so I do get them done once a month with threading, but that only costs like $12 to $15. But regards to like makeup and perfumes and skincare products, I don't own any of that, and it is a reoccurring bill if you really break it down. So whatever you add to your routine it can cause you some stress regarding makeup, skincare, hair care, because you're going to have to repurchase those items over and over again. So you have to like add it to your bill list, and then you start to feel stressed out because your bill list is so large and you feel that you're not making enough because you're spending too much with what you make. So I highly, highly suggest to go through the unnecessary things that you own regarding like your routines. I know we are in the world of like self-care, aesthetic. Trust me, I went down that rabbit hole, and I went down the rabbit hole of skincare too, even as a minimalist. It's not that I regret it, but I have learned such a huge lesson from that situation that I chose. And again, I wasted a decent amount of money that I could have just saved. So once again, I know I sound like a broken record, but go through the things that you truly need and get rid of the things that you don't need regarding your products. You don't necessarily have to buy all the products that you thought you had to buy. So the money that you will save, you can put towards, I don't know, your emergency fund, your retirement fund, or if you have like a car maintenance fund. I highly suggest making car maintenance funds with your savings account. Like have two or three separate savings accounts, so things are easier to clean and easy to maintain. It is just so relaxing, instead of like back in the day where, you know, when you own a lot of things, you feel like, wait, it's gonna take me an hour or two to move everything, then clean, and then I gotta spend another hour and two putting everything back. So the more things you own, the longer your cleaning process is going to be. The less things you own, the easier your cleaning process will be. Next thing is, when it comes to owning less, you have more freedom, fewer things to worry about or manage. And this goes for a lot of things regarding like, and again, instead of spending an entire day or entire Saturday deep cleaning like I used to, you know, it'll take you less than maybe 2 hours or less than an hour depending on the size of your home. You can spend the rest of the day outside, I don't know, growing things in your garden or just hanging out with family members in the patio or the yard. You have so much more freedom when you own less. Back in the day when I was a somewhat of a hoarder when it came to makeup, clothes, shoes, perfume, for a while I felt like those things owned me instead of me owning those. And I'm sure some of you also feel that way regarding the things that you own. You probably feel that they're owning you than you owning them because they're taking up so much of your space. You're constantly buying these items too, to either make you feel happy or to complete a set. Again, this goes for other things too in the house. Two mixers or 3 mixers. Maybe you have 2 or 3 vacuums. It's time to donate the ones that you don't like or don't use. There's so many ways to get rid of the items that you aren't using. That way you have more freedom instead of worrying about managing some of these items and the amount of space that they take and how expensive they are to keep up with. And the last one is something that I did touch base on a little bit, but I want to talk about it briefly. I don't want to take too much of your time, but with owning less, you have better focus, more time and energy for what truly matters. And this is something that I've also learned when it came to owning less. These days, my closet is more of an extreme wardrobe, but it's so easy and relaxing to just do one load of laundry, fold it up, put everything away when it's all washed and dried, and then go about my day. Back in the day, I used to own a lot of clothes. But anyways, over time with owning less, my focus is on the things that matter the most. So I'm not wasting energy or time on things that don't matter, like a space filled with items that I probably aren't using at the moment or haven't used in years. So not only is I'm saving time and energy with this, but I'm also saving space too. Even with me being a minimalist, a long-term minimalist now, I still go through the items that I own. Like just last night, I went through my beauty bag, and just to make sure that if anything's broken or expired, I get rid of. And I try to put a mental note that this is what I need. This is all I need. The clip that broke, don't buy that brand again. It was too fragile, so buy something better next time. Trying my best to focus on what truly matters, even when it comes to my routines. my living space, and also when it comes to my inner peace. I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to spend every waking day cleaning and decluttering. So I have a better focus on how I spend my time, how I use my energy throughout the day, instead of me like there was so many times that I wasted my energy just going to every drugstore there was to buy lipsticks that I wasn't going to wear. Not only was I wasting time and energy, but I also was wasting money with spending my money, and also wasting gas money with my car, because I would drive like 20 to 30, sometimes 40 minutes away from my house just to find a certain color of lipstick that I wasn't going to wear. I remember even buying like a brown and black lipstick because that was in back in like 2010, 2011. I never wore it, not even for Halloween. So I wasted a lot of money and time, but obviously we can't get time back, but you can learn from it. Learning certain lessons from the past instead of regretting it is far more valuable. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down below what are some benefits that you have learned throughout the years of owning less.